Hello again. The Practical Animal channel is for you if you want to know what it takes to work with animals. My name's John Beaumont and I have degrees in wildlife management, conservation biology and veterinary medicine. I've also worked on some of the highest profile conservation projects in the world. Join me on an around the world survey of jobs with animals, as I speak to animal industry professionals every week, asking them what it takes to work with animals and analysing the skills and personality traits necessary for success in the animal industry and conservation. My questions go to the heart of how to be successful working with animals. The whole premise of the Practical Animal channel is that professional success involves working with animals. It's all I ever wanted to do, and if that's true for you, then please consider subscribing to the channel so as not to miss out on the weekly interviews. You may also want to consider using the questions in your own job interviews. Also, if you are a student of English as a foreign language who wants to work with animals, you can use my videos as listening practice for your learning. Today's video is a departure from the norm, as I will be giving my opinion on an issue that has appeared in the mainstream media this week. Namely, that young people should study maths until aged 18. Now, my interest in party politics is fairly close to nil. I vote in every election and I have always voted for the same party. However, the news headlines this week resonated with me. Does making people study maths to adulthood miss the point completely? I have had the privilege of working with parrots, but the only time I've ever had one speak to me was once when it said one word. The parrot in question was an African grey parrot, and it said to my neighbour who owned the parrot, and I was about 12 at the time. I had been telling her what I had been doing that day at school, and Chico, the African grey, had been listening intently. When I talked about my maths lesson, he seemed to repeat the subject with a tone of incredulity, as if to suggest I was too thick for school's core subject. When I saw the news about Rishi Sunak wanting to make it mandatory for people to study maths to age 18, I hoped there was much more to the policy than a politician seeking votes. I feel passionately about education, particularly how a person's formal education can enable them to reach their full potential in the animal industry. For what it's worth, my take on it is as follows. I think that a student needs to have a thorough understanding of mathematical principles by age 7 or 8. Beyond that, he will struggle for years. I did, certainly to the age of 18 and beyond. I am no educational psychologist, But my message is this: a conscious decision by the young student to master maths in primary school is clearly unrealistic. A nationwide improvement in maths is needed at primary level, and that means recruiting gifted maths teachers and giving them salaries that match those of city business leaders. That would put the great back in Great Britain and help tomorrow's conservationists reach their full potential. If you liked this video and found it useful in encouraging people who want to work with animals, please consider subscribing, click the like, and share it with your friends and followers. Join me next week when I shall be interviewing the CEO of the Bimini Shark Lab in the Bahamas. If you want to know what it takes to work with sharks and rays, that video is for you. Until then, may your sheep have twin lambs, may your tarantulas have safe moats, and may all your problems have hooked beaks. Thank you.